In this video podcast, I'm going to share a channeling with the Ascension Councils. This channeling is specifically about the ascension, about raising your vibration, releasing lower negative energies, activating the crystalline sequencing within your own energy system, in your DNA, and activating the crystalline structure within the earth. And make sure that you watch until and listen until the end, because I will be sharing a activation meditation that will do those things for you, especially raise your vibration and align you with your own higher consciousness for your ascension. So enjoy.
The ascension right now is working through the energies of transforming, transmuting from the ego identity into your higher self identity. We use identity as a very loose term. And part of what happens when the ego is being threatened in this vibrational experience on the place that you call home, this energy and ego dissolution, the ego will try to force its way forward. The thing you call the shadow is all about the energy coming in that is you claim is you believe is you believe is part of your identity through the ego. But that is just the ego consciousness, not who you are. You're a dreamer within a dream. And when you are a dreamer within the dream, it seems like this is what's happening around you. You are experiencing this particular experience. You feel that it is an important experience. There's a lack energy that is coming up at this time for you, specifically as a society, as a whole energy system of human, because the ego is afraid of that lack energy. The ego is the part of you that is part of the illusionary experience here. When you are caught in the fear loop, the lack loop, the ego will hold that energy. And just like when you are in a dream, you don't worry if someone yells at you once you wake up. Like in the dream state that you experience, if you lost your lover in your dream state, once you wake up, you don't worry about that experience because you know that experience was a dream experience. You in this time are a dreamer within the dream. It seems real, just like your dreams seem real. We are not telling you to walk in front of a car thinking that you're just in a dream. We recognize the physicality of your experience. But the more you are caught up in the physicality and the illusionary expression that is in the collective consciousness, when you get caught up in that illusionary expression, you get caught up in your own nightmare. And anytime you get caught up in the illusionary consciousness of the whole, you are part of that consciousness, whether you know it or not. Your ego is still bringing in that energy. When we talk about the shadow, when you look at the shadow that is coming through for you to work on today, when you are looking at that piece, that shadow part of you is the deep ego-seated energy. The ego has seated very stealthy programs within your subconscious or unconscious mind and in your energy field. These deep seeds of energies are part of your experience here. They also are part of the pain that you experience. The ego is only interested in its own energy, its own thoughts, what it wants. The ego identity is interested in itself. The ego's illusion is interested in itself. The ego only sees itself, never sees another. The ego only sees itself through another. Your higher consciousness is a part of the experience here. But because of the physical expression or physical body, because of that energy, the higher consciousness has a frequency that isn't as easily embodied in the physical form. The energy of the egoic mind utilizes the emotional body and the mental body as its puppets and the physical body. It has learned to manipulate and control and puppeteer those bodies. Because it's learned to puppeteer those bodies, there isn't a lot of room for your higher consciousness or higher self. The ego will desire its need to keep everything in the box it likes in the illusionary experience within the dream. So the ego is the dreamer's identity. And just as when you wake up from a dream, you don't care about what your identity was in the dream. But in this moment, the dreamer within the dream, that ego part of you is very clear that it is important. How it feels, how it reacts, and what it says or what it doesn't say. But if you look closely at the ego's energy system, it causes pain, it causes suffering, causes disconnect. Your ego will rationalize that. It will tell you it doesn't do that. It will tell you that its identity is important. It will tell you that you are a name, a place, an energy. It will tell you that you are smart or not smart, are cute, not cute. You are old or not old. It will tell you the duality. And in times, it will actually say, you're skinny, you're fat, you're old, you're young, because it's using the world of duality to do its bidding. In the ascension process, this is where you have to just be aware of this experience of egoic ways. The shadow is the hidden part of the ego's programming. And the reason that you want to be open to transcending those shadows is because it leaves energetic room for your higher consciousness. The ascension is all about energizing the DNA sequencing of the light body. The light body is the energy field of light as opposed to density. You've lived a long time in dense frequency. You play with the density of energy. The first time that you started to play with dense energies, you would be a spirit or an energy body, and you would go into the animal. And you would feel the energy of the animal. It's running. You'd feel its muscles. You'd feel its feet hit the ground, and then you'd move out. And you played with the physical energy. You created with physical energy. So you would come down to a planetary system, similar-ish to this system, and you would learn how to create physical objects, still in a light body. And then you would work with the understanding of that. And then the more you created, the more you wanted to know more about it. What did it feel like? What did it seem like? And you'd go back into the body to check it out. And you are here now experiencing the physical body. And there are times when you are in a physical body and you experience the physical body and everything it has to offer, the pain, the love, the duality that you can only experience in this experience and this frequency. And then you leave. The body decides that it is done, and you leave the body system, and you are more energy again. The next phase of your evolution is this ascension process. In all reality, we are always one. We are always part of the oneness. There is never a separation. But for the ascension, for this species to move back into a collective consciousness, you have to understand what it means to be an individual consciousness. And that is what the duality is the individual consciousness. To be in the oneness energy, the ascension is about you allowing the energy of your cells, the energy of your DNA to become a higher energy frequency, activating the light. And this is the photon energy. The photons that come through hold a crystalline structure. You may call it sacred geometry, but it's a crystalline structure. The crystalline structure moves through the energy of the self and clicks into the correct receptor energies. As multidimensional beings, you have a separation within you because you are in a physical realm. But you are not just a physical body, although the ego will try to explain that to you. So as you are moving into this new frequency, we align the energies that are conducive to aligning all your energy fields. So the multidimensional human first. We are going to discuss the multidimensional human, not the soul or any of that. First, multidimensional human. You are multidimensional because you have a physical form. You have, and that's the physical body. You also have a mental body, which is the energy fields of thought and of mental energies, and emotional body, which is the energy of emotions and holds the emotional body of that human. The other multidimensional self of you are the individual chakra system, including the minor chakras, including the higher chakras once you are ready for them. This is the multidimensional self, including the cellular structure of the human, including the DNA structure of the human, including the blood, the organs, the skeletal system, the endocrine system, etc., and the brain. Because you are living in a human body, you are living multidimensionally without, and at most of the time, without a synchronized system. The reason you don't have a synchronized system or coherent system, we will use both words, because you are not in a synchronized system. The blood does its thing, the cell does its thing, the mental and emotional body affect the physical body. The physical body responds through its energy. And because of this, you are a multidimensional system. The next phase of your evolution is to become an energy system that is united, cohered, and synchronized, like a perfect symphony where all the minds connect, the body mind, the heart mind, and the brain. They cannot synchronize if you are living in fear. That energy body will keep you separate. Cannot synchronize if you are living in the energy of discontent or disconnection. As we watch your thought forms in this moment, we recognize that many of you are going, that's a big leap. What am I supposed to do with my emotional body? What am I supposed to do with my bad knee? How am I ever going to do this? Therein lies the illusion. Therein lies the dreamer dreaming the dream. There is no way to do this. There's nothing you can do to change this. This is part of the evolution. What you can allow, which is different than doing, the doing is the human, the allowing is the spirit. In the allowing energy, you can allow yourself to not get distracted in life and meditate more on love, on heart-centered energy. One of the highest frequencies you have is love. After love is all about union or collective oneness consciousness. Must start with love first. Quieting the egoic mind, not by doing. You can't tell the mind to quiet. That is impossible because you can't control the mind with the mind. Controlling is doing. It's human. It's in the allowing. Allowing yourself to just be open to watching the thoughts without being attached. Again, watching your thought forms. We see that you have this discontent in the heart of, it's too hard for me to do that. I'll never get there. The dreamer dreaming the dream in the egoic energy system. Take a moment and everyone take a breath in. And as you breathe in, move into your heart. This energy that we are transmitting can only be fully activated in the heart through your higher consciousness. So if you stay in your heart and stay out of your fear-based energies, you will receive the energy for you. This, again, is an evolutionary process. But knowing the truth of it, and we use truth loosely for truth is in this moment what it is. In the next moment, it will shift while the energy shifts. But at this time, so that you see the energetic path, we are opening up that path for you. Many of you will take that path. Many of you will sometimes falter off of it and get back on, even for a moment. It does not matter if the path is straight, if it goes up, or if it goes down. It's a movement of energy. We want to help you see this map, knowing where you are headed. The ego will try to make it easy or difficult for you by saying, this is too hard, give up, or going, oh no, you already have it, you don't need to do it. Both are the dreamer in the dream, because only in the duality is the illusion. Only in the energy of can, cannot, hard, easy, are you in the dream. So once you recognize in your heart that this is already a path that has been blazed before, this isn't new. It is unique to your own energy, but it is a path that has been taken in the past. It is a path of evolution, and you are the beings experiencing this evolution. You are the evolutionary path of love. This is being created by you. We are opening up the energies, knowing that you are already on that experience, in that experience on that path. The next set of energy we would like to transmit has to do with the energy of the light body. So as we are saying, you are a multi-dimensional being. Once you become more unified within the physicality, more and more crystalline energy comes through. You become a fully developed energy system. Your bodies work as a unit. Instead of the egoic energy using the mental chaos and the emotional turmoil, you then align with more the energy of your own higher wisdom, higher consciousness, self. And because you are aligning with that, your multi-dimensional being on this plane becomes a unified, synchronistic energy system. It's in a coherent energy. All of your chakras work as a unit. Your bodies work as a unit, disregarding any egoic energies. Once the ego is no longer needed, it will just dissipate for you to become the next evolutionary experience. And that evolutionary experience is one of connected love. It will activate more of your crystalline structure. Your body, that you know of it as now, as it is in this form, once it's more in a coherent state, it will become a light body, lighter in density, lighter in frequency, lighter in energy. You will not need the duality experience, although it may still be present for others. When you no longer need the duality experience and expression, and you no longer use that as your expression, your bodies synchronize to the next level of your own higher consciousness, which will allow that higher consciousness more to be able to anchor in more into your body. Your physical body does have to be synchronized and unified. If you still have old egoic energies or programmings that you are dragging with you, there won't be the room for the higher consciousness. Right now, in this moment, take your understanding and wisdom of this and recognize a few minor things. You are evolving, and you came here at this time to experience this evolution. There is no end game in this evolution. There's no beginning or ending or stopping or starting. You are not to worry about if you're doing it right, if you're getting it, if you're not getting it. That is what the ego will do to keep you disconnected from your higher self guiding you in this moment, in this space-time energy. You are to ask your guidance, higher self, every day, what is my path? Meaning, what is my guidance? Show me where to go, what to do. If you live from a place of the ego driving this experience, which is okay, which is part of what you've come here to experience, and that's okay. But if you want to experience a different experience in a different way, ask your higher guidance to show you and to bring that through. Notice where the ego guides you. These are tools to help you be aware. Many are very aware, and they're in a washing machine being pushed around at the whim, in a hurricane being stirred around at the whim of the wind. Notice when the ego tries to guide you, and is that really in alignment for you? The more you are fully aware of the energies and identity of the you claim to be you, the dreamer within the dream, the more you're aware of that dreamer in the dream, the more you are aware of the words that are being said, the more you recognize the I am, all that I am, or your higher consciousness, the more you will know the difference, and the quieter the energy around you. Quiet in the space of inner peace and alignment the crystalline structure that is being created in the humans who are open to receiving. This is the beginning of the opening to the coherence of the human multidimensional energies. Once you are cohered and once you are activated, you then start to live in your multidimensional self. And that is recognizing more of your higher consciousness, anchoring in all the energies that are part of your collective consciousness of your soul group. And you will get more awareness of that. You will have more memories of that. You will have more experiences with that. You will become an energy in a physical-ish body that is aware of the dream and aware of its true-ish identity at the next layer of your evolution. It's a glimpse of who you are. So when we activate these crystalline structures, we activate them in a way that will be specific to you and unique to you. From where we are, there is no space, no time. We recognize the activations that come through as the beacon goes out, the energies come in, with regardless of the space or time that you are experiencing them. And the reason this is so is because it's important for you to allow the different energies to come in for you, because you are unique. Each individual energy system in this space-time, each being that is a separate energy in the human form, has unique DNA structures. These unique DNA structures may look under a human microscopic expression similar, but is unique because of the codex for you, for your soul expression, for your soul group, and for your own experience. Once you hit a certain frequency, it then aligns and coheres in perfect synchronicity with your soul group. So it almost fits like a new DNA sequencing within your group. But you each everyone in the group brings their own sequencing to it. Sort of like everyone bringing the food to the party, everyone works together and brings different parts of the food to experience, to have a party. Or a quilt, that is the word, that everyone brings a piece of the quilt to create a whole blanket. You are bringing a piece of your DNA sequencing. This is a very orchestrated event. You've chosen to be here to experience this orchestrated event. It may seem a little complicated, but it's simple. You are here, you are experiencing. The reason we are giving you the bigger picture is because your soul memory needs to remember this. You knew this evolutionary experience was going to be a interesting play of events. And because of that, you knowing the bigger picture will help you feel more in alignment with what that is and why you're here. We recognize the emotional, mental bodies and physical bodies can be a hindrance to what you think you desire. But the ultimate thing that you truly desire beyond the egoic needs and wants is unity. What you truly desire beyond the ego's wants and needs is nothing. You want nothing. You are a vast consciousness. But in this realm, it feels real. We acknowledge that. But your soul knows. And if you do feel lost, if you do feel unsure, ask the soul. Ask your higher guidance, your higher self, your higher consciousness. You show me, for what you really desire has nothing to do with physical experiences. You've done that. Everyone has done so many experiences here. You're in the precipice of a new creation. This new divine blueprint is the source of important energy. This new divine blueprint is part of you, and you are part of it. You came with the wisdom of that blueprint, whether you know it or not. So today, as we activate the crystalline structure, tomorrow, as that crystalline structure is being activated, next week, next year, whatever the time line is for you, this crystalline structure will be uniquely energized and programmed to fit into your cells and energy, to align you with you, to synchronize the multidimensional self of you, activating the light codes that can be dormant until you are ready to activate them. Many will activate other parts of you. Some there will be working on your physical bodies, upgrading the physical, upgrading the mental and emotional, activating and upgrading the chakra system to help the alignment of energy and the synchronization of energy. Don't take any of this too seriously, for the ego will try to run away with it. Don't make it special. It's just a thing, just an experience, nothing more, nothing less. The ego wants you to feel special, important, loved, because it believes, or it tries to make you believe, that you are none of those things. But if you are only special in the ego's eyes, you still are nothing. When you are fully aware of who you truly are, all that you are, no need to be special or important.
I hope you enjoyed this channeling. Make sure that you subscribe, hit the like button, and also please make sure that you download the free activation meditation to synchronize your energy and align you with your higher consciousness. You can find that at melissafeick.com/ASCMED, Ascension Meditation. And you'll see that in the show notes and the description below. Have a beautiful, amazing, blessed day.